Welcome back. The coastal region of Kenya is rich in natural resources. However, the region has not been able to develop in tandem with the rest of the country. Most resources have been overexploited or poorly managed due to high levels of poverty. BIASHARA Briefs spent time at the Kenya Marine and Fisheries Research Institute in Mukomani, Mombasa, to find out how the local communities can be empowered to improve their livelihoods and break from poverty. We specifically sought to find out how the Kenya Coastal Development Project, a World Bank and GEF-financed project hosted by Kenya Marine and Fisheries Research Institute, addresses this problem.
This is a multi-institutional project. When we say Kenya Coastal Development, it cannot be done by one institution. There are 7 institutions. The lead one, as I mentioned earlier, is Kenya Marine and Fisheries. We partner with the State Department of Fisheries, Kenya Wildlife Service, the Kenya Forestry Research Institute, the Coast Development Authority, the former Ministry of Lands, where the Department of Physical Planning is a partner. We have NEMA as one of our partners. The project is funded by the World Bank, and it also receives financing from the Global Environment Facility, GEF, and the major partner being the government of Kenya, and what we receive is a loan from the World Bank, a grant from GEF, and then support through the government of Kenya to implement this project.
Within the project is the Coastal Village Fund, also known as Hazina ya Maendeleo ya Pwani subcomponent, which gives grants to local community projects to enable them manage local resources and improve their livelihoods.
It's an approach that had never been undertaken in this region before, because this approach enables the community to give something little, 10% of the total grant, and then do some small projects that are sustainable, so that at the end of KCDP, they can still continue in doing those projects, unlike previously when they were doing projects, and then when the main funding agency goes away, the projects dwindle. So this community development approach that Hazina Maendeleo ya Pwani has initiated will enable the coastal communities, very, very small ones, in groups of 20 to 30 people, to access something between 1.5 million to 3 million and conduct their own projects on mangroves, on fish, on small business ideas that they have, in order to make a small income for themselves, and also to sustainably take care of the marine environment.
To date, the Hazina ya Maendeleo ya Pwani has funded several projects in the larger coastal region. The target beneficiaries for KCDP are the coastal communities living within the 6 coastal counties, which are Mombasa, Kwale, Kilifi, Tana River, Taita Taveta, and Lamu.
The uptake has been very encouraging, because before we give them the funds, we've actually had sessions to train them on how to utilize those funds, how to procure themselves. You know that in previous donor-funded projects, what used to happen is that the donor was actually procuring for the community, and that used to leave the community outside. But in the case of Hazina Maendeleo ya Pwani, the communities have actually been trained to procure themselves and to be accountable for what they are procuring. So in all the 6 counties, so far, we have been able to engage 126 groups with a project and the projects, and so far they have been doing so well. We are going to upgrade to 200, and if you look at some of the figures that we are receiving, 13 projects are already finished, and the others are in the process of actually finishing, and those that are finished will be allowed to apply for more grants until the project ends in 2016 October.
Na kutokana na vile kwamba kila kidimbwi kimoja kilichukua samaki 3600 na tukiwa tunakusudia kwamba kila samaki mmoja atakuwa amefikia gramu 300, tunakusudia kwamba kutoka katika birika moja tunaweza tukapata tani moja ya samaki. Na ikiwa tani moja ya samaki inaweza kupatikana na kilo moja kuuzwa katika shilingi 200 ambazo ni bei ya kijijini hapa, basi kutoka birika moja tunaweza tuko na uwezo wa kupata shilingi 1200 kwa mafuno ya mara moja.
To qualify for a grant from the Hazina ya Maendeleo ya Pwani, local communities must meet certain conditions. These include having a project idea, organizing themselves into groups and getting a registration. Thereafter, the Hazina ya Maendeleo ya Pwani facilitates them through the project.
In Hazina Maendeleo ya Pwani, we do not provide ideas. The community themselves provide an idea. So you will have to have that CBO recognized, and it has to have existed for not less than 6 months. It has to have a bank account, and then it has to demonstrate that it has an idea which can be nurtured. If a community-based organization only has an idea but does not have the technical know-how, because some of the communities do not have this capacity to write good proposals. If they have the idea and they are not able to write the proposal, we have what we call the county liaison officers that the project has employed. These county liaison officers will actually sit down with the CBO and look at that idea and actually develop it into a full proposal, and going on and off sharing with the community to make sure that the original idea they had, the original notion they had about the project is the one that you'll actually expand it to a full project proposal, so that when it's being funded, it's nothing new.
Besides giving grants for community projects, the Hazina ya Maendeleo ya Pwani believes in empowering young people academically and with technical know-how to be able to take charge of development initiatives.
Within the Kenya Coastal Development Project, we have a capacity building component which actually supports students either to complete their master's degree or to complete their BSc degree, or actually to train for trade certificates. And we have taken more than 200 since the inception of the project. We have taken more than 200 students from the coastal region to complete their BSc degree, the final year of bachelor's degree, and also we have full support of master's students to the tune of 1.7 million, and also we have taken 50 students to the Kenya Forestry Services Training Center in Londiani, and an additional 30 students to the Kenya Wildlife Service Training Institute. All these students, we are very confident that by the time they finish their studies, they will be able to contribute significantly on those projects that are already on the ground. So you see, we are approaching this one parallelly. We are giving their fathers and their uncles grants to start projects, and on the other hand, we're actually training these youngsters so that by the time the project is ending, these youngsters will be very well equipped with the technical know-how, so they'll assist those projects to propagate even more and more.
There is a direct link between the quality of natural resources and economic growth. If well managed, healthy marine and coastal ecosystems will provide many valuable goods and services that will support the livelihoods of over 2.7 million coastal populations.
I would like to encourage the local community to familiarize themselves very much with some of the projects we have done. I would like to tell the community that the KCDP is a project for them. It was actually created for them. It was created by people from this region in order to benefit the coastal communities. So they should be very, very proud of this project. We may have started slowly, but now it's going out very, very fast. And some of the projects that the community would have wished to do that may not be able to be completed within this phase of the project, they are at a very good preparatory phase, and they can actually be uptaken very easily by other funding agencies. So even though we are funded by the World Bank now, some of the projects that may not be able to be completed now can actually be done by other funding agencies. And indeed, they can be incorporated in the county integrated development programs so that they're actually done under the county government. And some can actually be funded by other funding agencies nationally, which I'm proud to say that we are doing, that is being encouraged very well, like WESO and the rest, so that they now actually have good proposal ready for funding.